Hi, my name is Mickie Kennedy, and I'm the founder and president of eReleases.com, and this is another installment of Ask Mickie. One of the questions that I'm asked from time to time is, how did I start, or why did I start eReleases? And about 15 years ago, I was working in Washington, D.C. In a public relations firm, and we were getting inquiries, and by getting inquiries we would get calls as well as requests for providing services to particular people. And I remember one person, he was a plumber, and he had just won a national award, and at the plumbing conference event that he had gone to, he was given a statue, and he was just beaming. You could hear it over the phone, that he had won something really important that meant a lot to him, and he wanted to get the word out. He wanted the plumbing trade publications and other places to cover this story, and so he asked us whether we could help him, and I said, yes, sir. We require a 6-month commitment. I think at the time it was around $30,000 was the minimum usually for a 6-month engagement. And he was just like, no, you don't understand. I just want you to get the word out about, me winning this, And, it came down to basically, I need a press release. I need you guys to develop a press release, and I need you guys to send it out to the right trade publications. And I didn't really have any place to send them. I told them to maybe try another smaller PR firm that might be willing to do those services for him. But we were all about the big clients, the big catches, the big dollars, and that was our focus at the time. And it just stuck with me that there should be a service out there for someone who isn't sophisticated, doesn't really know PR, to be able to just touch base with someone who can develop a great press release for them and get it out there on the newswire and in front of the media. And that sort of, I would say, planted the seed for eReleases. Also over the next year or so, I saw a lot more journalists who would get our press releases, which were sent by fax at the time, and they'd call us and say, hey, could you email that to us? That's great. I'm going to use it, mostly verbatim, to develop a story, so I'd really like to get the Word document or the text of it and use that. And so I saw this whole thing with email, and that's sort of how eReleases was born. I spent about a year reaching out to journalists and asking them to sign up for our service. And it was a novel time, because guess what? When you asked a journalist about this, they said, oh yeah, that sounds cool, sign me up, send me some email. Now if you ask a journalist, hey, can I send you some email? They're probably going like, no, please don't. They're getting so much email. But the thing is, these people who subscribe to our service are still receiving it. They can change their subscription at any point, click on a button and say, hey, I don't cover this beat, I cover this beat. So we make it very easy for journalists. But it was a very exciting time, and as of right now, I think we've served over 10,000 clients in the past 13 years. And that's an amazing accomplishment. A lot of small businesses, as well as a few larger and medium-sized clients, have had access to something as basic as a press release. And we literally generated millions and millions of dollars worth of PR and marketing opportunities for clients, just $399 at a time. So eReleases serves a great and vital path to both the newswire and to the media. And there's a lot more places out there for people to send their press release, but we're still the biggest bang for the dollar. Getting access to the newswire is extremely important, and getting access directly to journalists is I would say even more important. And both of those you accomplish with eReleases. It's not just a website where you post a press release and it's available to search engines and the web, because journalists, when they're looking for stories, they hit the newswires first. It's the largest ocean from which press releases can be found, and as a result, it's the first place that journalists and reporters go to fish a story. So you definitely want to make sure that you're on a newswire, and that's certainly covered with the eReleases. That concludes today's installment of Ask Mickie. And if you have a question you'd like answered, just email askmickie@eReleases.com. And my name is spelled Mickie, which is a strange spelling, but my family is very Irish, and supposedly that's an Irish spelling. And I look forward to receiving and answering your questions right here.